Welcome out Tuesday night. My name is Nathan Cresswell, DJ Sewell. It is Podcast Tuesday. It is our first of the month podcast scheduled show for you. Just walking in here, you'll notice this is DJ Deli getting set up as well. We have been doing, this will be like our third or fourth show of just talking and rambling. I noticed I'm sitting here on the Facebook. I see Paul Hammond, man. How are you? Mr. Biggs. Yeah. Could you turn that computer down? We're starting to hear my voice come through the microphone. Today is going to be kind of a win. We got our Twitch takeover that's going to be coming up. We're going to be talking about that. This is the man been putting that together. We also have some interesting random questions and some topics that we're going to be throwing out there. We went through we went through a holiday, right? And we'll probably discuss how those things have been. If you guys have something you want to know or ask us, please type it in to the comments on Facebook. I have that in front of me. I can see that right now. Oh, Biggs is doing good. That's good, man. I've listened to you a little bit too. You've been getting out there online. I appreciate you and keeping things alive as well. DJ Biggs, you met Biggs before?
Yeah, I have actually. And plus, I remember.
Let me get you a little microphone, man.
Am I on? Nope.
There you go. All right, now we can hear you.
All right, yeah. I remember Biggs from actually the battle at Dirty years ago.
Yeah, it was actually one of our first times meeting, right?
Yeah, that's actually when I met almost the whole squad. I definitely remember Epps. My ass that night was.
we should reminisce about this for a minute. What was the name of that battle? It was like the best of Portland or something?
I think it's like Portland's most wanted.
Oh, most wanted or something. Yeah, Zach kind of put that together, didn't he? Anyway, yeah, so Biggs gave me some great feedback that night, too. He played an excellent role as a judge. You drew a really crappy spot. I'm not going to lie. For where you were at in your career and your ability, you drew a really shitty place.
You know what's crazy? I didn't get a choice to where I got put in that lineup.
No, because you had to follow Epps, right?
Yeah, that's a hard act to follow.
And I warmed up for Epps, basically. And my set was pretty good, but Epps is absolute fire all the time.
So it's like...
But, we ramped it up, and then we put you in a spot that... Yeah, you were kind of screwed on that one, buddy.
Yeah, I know. I was talking to Chris Easter, who put all the lineups together, and I'm like, yo, did you really put me against Epps himself? Like, yo, like, you do realize who this man is at that point. Like, I'm just barely, I think I was like a month and a half into the club scene. Like, barely not knowing really anything like that at all, and you put me in that position.
I think you only had like a year of DJing under your belt or something, right? Or maybe...
What was it? How old was I at this point?
I don't know.
I think I was 22.
At least in a fair competition.
Okay, so 22. I started learning to DJ at 19. I started when I was 20, yeah, so only about like 2 years in.
Yeah, Biggs, how long ago was that? Was that 3 years, 4 years?
So the battle happened in 2016.
Oh, 2016. So
it's 4 years ago.
It's already been 4 years since that battle?
Yeah, 4 years since him and I met, and that's where a lot of us came together too. Biggs is online with us on Facebook. That's why it came up.
Gotcha. Let me tap in here. We got JV watching on Twitch. We got Physicality over on Twitch. We are just streaming on all the platforms tonight. So we got Facebook, Twitch, Mixcloud, and YouTube. YouTube Live, guys.
And you can check all those out. Hit Squad DJs is going to be your plug into every one of those. What are we calling them now? Sources? Platforms. That's the word I was looking for. Platforms to click in, and we'll appreciate you. Yeah, just over 4. Big said that's been over 4 years. So
yeah, it happened actually around this time, like 4 years ago. What was it, like November or something? October?
Yeah, it was right around this time.
It was.
Yeah, that was a good time. We definitely missed those battles. That was fun. Biggs was in one of the more prolific ones, wasn't he? Like years and years ago. What was the big battles?
That was at the Copper Penny. What was that? That was a Detroit thing. I mean, Biggs can comment there, but it was the ones at Copper Penny. Oso Fresh was in it. Azim was in them. I was never there. I was never in them, but I was there.
Yeah.
Man, what was that called, Biggs? Those ones at Copper Penny.
Wreck the Decks. Was that it?
Rex the Decks.
Yeah,
Yes.
Rex the Decks. That was the one.
Wreck the Decks. Yes.
Yeah, Detroit was talking about resurrecting Wreck the Decks, and we're maybe going to get that going someday.
But then COVID happened.
And then, the big old C word. There's another, like other C word, but I think it might be replaced by this eventually. COVID will probably replace the CUNT word.
I don't know. Maybe. So.
Oh, man. It has been a definite change. How'd your Thanksgiving go, guys?
Well, my Thanksgiving was good. I mean, most people, if they follow me on Facebook, know that I cooked a 14-hour, 17-pound brisket. It was delicious. So
It was fantastic. I was invited over since my family's out of state and they did all their in-law things. So
yes, exactly. Which is you're always welcome here, buddy.
Appreciate it.
So yeah, Thanksgiving was good. We kept it kind of small. I think we had 9 people here. So if that's small or large, I don't know, depends how you look at it. To me, that's small. So Deli, what was your Thanksgiving like, bud?
It was good. I spent it with my god family, so I see them. I see both god mom and god dad like every so often. My god brother I talk to on a daily basis, so that's a different story. But it was good. I got to see my newborn nephew who was born a month ago.
Oh, congratulations.
So that's exciting. And then my 4-year-old nephew, he has too much energy. He's gotten to that age where he runs around a lot and talks so much.
You know what's cool about nephews and nieces is you can give them back.
That's
awesome.
This is true.
You are right.
This is true.
You are right.
You can play the fun guy and then leave.
Actually, that's what I do. I load him up with Kool-Aid, and after I give him right back to his parents, I was like, have fun.
Let him up all that sugar and send him home. Yes, that brisket was bomb, dude. My brisket recipe is pretty rock solid. Make my own rub, my own moisture spritzing of it. It's delicious. Not to be a little humble about it, but
I don't really have. Does anyone else out there, do you barbecue? Deli? Are you a barbecue connoisseur?
I'm not a huge barbecue connoisseur, but I like ribs.
Yeah. I mean,
does that count?
I guess so. I don't really have the talent that Clint has. I just don't know who else out there does all the. We were discussing this. It was more like, how did I put that? It's kind of like crock potting for men.
the barbecuing,
Yeah, the smoking.
the smoking. Yeah, you did put it that. You did say that one day. Yeah, or smoking for guys is like crock potting for women. So. JV's like,
I know that's super
saying
sexist.
she
Everybody
barbecues.
can do barbecue or crock pot. I get it. I just
true, but it's one of the things that we, I don't know, thrive on, I guess.
because in a crock pot you just kind of put it in there, leave it, cook it for hours. Smoking,
It's not even close.
no.
No.
Oh,
See, there's more prep when it comes to smoking and barbecuing. In general, there's a lot of prep to smoke. You got to watch temperatures, internal, external temperatures. And I can go on, but you've seen my big pit smoker. That's a lot of work. I have switched over to a pellet smoker, which makes it a little bit easier. JV, getting the temp right. That's key to anything you smoke or barbecue. It's temperature.
is JV a smoker? You smoke things, JV?
She's a barbecuer, she says.
hell
Yeah.
yeah.
It's she says it's more work than a crock potting. 100% more work than crock potting.
Oh, okay. Hey man, I just was trying to make the most comparison. I've never really crock potted either, so
Yeah.
I microwave a lot. Microwave.
Well, what else are you going to do inside your trailer, though?
Yeah, exactly. When you're trailer trash like me, you got a microwave. That's how it works.
Actually, in my household, we do have an air fryer.
How's those work out? I was curious about an air fryer. Have you used an air fryer, Clint?
I don't even know what an air fryer is. So.
Oh, I don't understand what they're doing. Like,
I think it's to eliminate the grease, but frying stuff. But my roommate's wife cooks a lot, so whenever she fries something and I get to eat whatever she cooks, it's amazing. Not gonna lie, the air fryer is probably the best invention ever.
does it come out dry or moist or like how's it? I've never eaten a dry or an air fried item.
I don't know. I've never tried an air fryer, so it might be something I can
It
live with.
doesn't come out greasy. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
That's half the goodness, though, is the grease of the fat, the breakdown, and caramelization. And,
True, but you still get the.
So how's so I'm gonna go. Never mind. I'm not gonna go there.
I'm just saying, you still get the goodness of everything you want, but you get less of all that grease that you have.
Big says it's bomb. He's an air fryer.
Yeah, I see that. JV's commenting over here on Twitch. She says the air fryers are bomb too. Yeah, I don't know. I might have to dig into one. Instapot will kill the oven, a deep fryer, and a crock pot.
Yeah.
So I guess we're getting two we got an air fryer and an Instapot. I guess Biggs is saying that'll wipe out every countertop appliance we've known before all this. So I don't know. But back to what JV was saying about the barbecue stuff. Yes, JV, if you go to a pellet smoker, there's a handful of them that are really decent. I currently have a Green Mountain grill. If anybody's curious, that's what I went with. Did a lot of research on them. Traegers are overpriced, and you're paying for a name. My opinion, coming from a pit smoker. I mean, wood burning pit smoker. What I grew up on and what I do.
So Deli, since you've tried this, do you agree with Big's comment here? He says mozzarella sticks out of an air fryer taste just like they came out of a deep fryer. Have you ever had mozzarella sticks out of an air fryer?
I've never had mozzarella sticks, but I've had shrimp.
And you probably had chicken, right?
I heard no. Actually, you guys can laugh about that, but I've heard people talk about fried chicken from an air fryer. It's amazing. It's probably better than the stuff you get at Albertsons.
I think it's the most common thing I see in their advertising.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's just like the most common thing fried for most people is chicken.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess the discussion is, do we think the air fryer can take out all accessories though?
I think between what Biggs was saying, I think an air fryer and an Instapot will kill the oven, deep fryer, and crock pot. I can't comment on this because I don't have either of those, so I don't know.
Deli, Instapot? What's an Instapot?
I've never used one. I can't comment on that one.
Biggs, you're on a different level, bro. Different level.
Always on a different level. It's all good, buddy. Love you. So we're going to switch over here. Deli's been working on something. Nate commented on it a little bit here. We're calling it the PDX Takeover. It's a streaming thing, 12 hours, 10 hours. 10 hours, shit. I can't even tell when I set up. It's noon to 10 o'clock, 10 hours, 10 DJs, new guy every hour. And I'll let Deli talk about this because I gave him the go. I said, schedule it, make it work. This is your event, kind of. I gave him the studio space. I gave it up to him to get it off the ground and get it going and get it scheduled. He's been throwing around a lot of ideas lately to get things done, and this is where we're at. So, Deli, this is all you, buddy.
All right. Well, like Clint was saying, I've definitely been wanting to do this Twitch takeover after watching all the Twitch streams, all the 10, 12-hour streams on Twitch from other DJs in other cities. Just thought we should do it. But I've been more excited. I've never been more excited to put something together than I am with this, especially introducing some of the DJs we have. We have DJ FJ. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them. If you're familiar with DJ Playtime and Death Touch, it is their nephew. And he's one of the most talented, gifted guys for his age right now. I could guarantee you he's going to come with something real. We have DJ Jack. We're all familiar with Jack. Woods, our guy Wood. DJ Flo. DJ Flo is also one talented guy as well too. He actually booked me for one of their streams for the PDX Sunday Vibes. Juggernaut will be back. I know everybody's been asking about him. I've seen it on some of our streams.
Yeah, it was a fantastic set.
Jug's been welcomed back for a while. It just didn't work out scheduling wise. So glad to see him join us, and FJ too, man. Jack, they're all solid guys.
Manny Fresco, of course, our guy. We got DJ Swarth. I'm excited. Actually, he's probably the most anticipated DJ on this lineup. I'm excited for personally myself, because I know the fact that a lot of his sets that he's been playing right now are his own edits he's been making, and a lot of creative ideas that he's been putting together and really putting them into sets. So definitely excited, and you should definitely look forward to that. Of course, myself, and of course, our own DJ Cryptic.
Gotcha. So I guess with that lineup, I guess I should talk about the elephant in the room here. What's the setup going to be? Turntables in an S9, turntables 72. What is the general feeling from everybody that wants to play here? Ooh. Turntables in an S11, MK12s in an S11. I just don't want to switch gear in and out all day long. I want one setup, 10 hours.
No, I got you. We definitely probably just end up doing turntables. just because I'm sure mostly everybody on this lineup is what they're used to playing. And mixer part, that's a good question. We could stick to the S9 that everybody's familiar with.
I think that would be a solid move.
So
It'll still have my logo on the screen the whole time.
There you go, buddy.
So we could just stick with the S9. I mean, I was almost tempted to bring my S11, but
I think S9 and the PLXs will come back out. We'll put the 12s away for a while just for this show. Make sure everybody that has their own needles, though, for sure, for the show.
Yeah, no, but definitely.
Our date on this show, I'm looking at your fly right there, December 12th.
It is a Saturday.
Excellent.
Yes.
How'd you come up with the idea, and why did you want to do this?
I get bored easily. I'm just gonna you laugh all you want, but I get bored. I think just personally, COVID has driven me to be like, yo, I want to keep DJing somehow in a creative way and have fun with it. Like, over the summer, we're so used to doing day parties and all that and having a lineup of DJs, like, playing all day. We never got that chance this summer. I mean, I kind of did myself, but.
Aren't you special?
Yeah, a little bit. Anyways,
he thinks he is. The bottom line is, how much money did you make doing these day shows this summer?
The one that I did, not too bad. Actually, every DJ got paid out, and I know I got $100 tip, and another DJ on the lineup did get another $100 tip on top of that. So
that works out then.
Yeah, it's a good day.
So Thiz is asking, why no A1? Is that your main guy?
Oh, good question. I gotta see what he's doing. Actually,
you didn't even hit up.
You didn't even ask him your
boy.
So don't get it twisted. Now, A1 is my boy. Like I actually just went and saw him yesterday.
But you mentioned nothing about this to him.
Look, I'll call him.
See, this is what I'm talking about. This is why this has taken, 3 months to put together.
But A1 has been kind of staying low key, so I don't know exactly what his schedule is. I know he's been kind of working and all that.
Gotcha.
So that's the reason why I haven't kind of go towards him like that, because I was like, all right, I know he has a lot going on. Plus, he's kind of booed up, He got his girlfriend, so.
I'll booed up.
No, but don't get it twisted. Now, A1 will be. I will get A1 in something. Hey, he played a day party for me.
Gotcha. There you go. So, you guys can ride out together, spend the day out here. Who knows? We'll see what's happening.
But
so has this been done? Have you guys watched this on any other channel besides the Hit Squad DJ's Twitch page? Are there other DJ crews doing this? I haven't. I haven't watched enough channels to be honest in that.
I think so. You have Boom Bop Mondays on Twitch, which is an all day stream, and that's like definitely I think it's a lot of it's East Coast time. I forgot who put that together.
So this is my take on it. I think I've watched a lot of streams. I kind of dig into this stuff, but here's the difference that I see with this one, because I made sure that this was all live, one location, straight through. Because a lot of these guys that have run 24/7 streams or 12-hour streams, they're in their own spaces sharing the stream key. I think that's what's going to make this one different, because they're all going to be one location live. They're not pre-recorded. I know there's another guy in Portland that does these. You've been on his stream a couple times.
I know who.
But he pre-records that all stuff and then puts it all together, post-production, and then runs it live or runs a stream with it. So they're not a live stream. They're a pre-production kind of a thing, but streamed. So just my take. I think that's what's going to make this one different. Plus, we commentate well, so we talk really well through the streams. That's going to be a long studio day, but we'll make it work for sure.
Yeah, it'll be a long day for all of us, but I mean, we're here to support you, man. Anytime you come up with your good ideas, you just got to have your follow through, bro, and you're getting it right now.
And he has to have
so proud of you.
And he has to have his leg work done. This is it right here. This is a start for him. Good job.
Yeah, I'll be here all day too, so.
You better be.
Deli is the king of spurting out ideas and then doing nothing.
Nothing.
What do you mean?
Okay, the battle. You did do that one early on. We threw that together, though. That was Clint and I took that over as soon as you said it.
Deli's like, I want to battle A1. Okay.
And he came through unprepared. So, come on.
Oh. Hey, you know, we still got a rematch coming here soon. So
You've been saying that since day one.
Saying that since we did that one.
Yeah.
I think he's going to smoke you again. That's just my 2 cents. So
you know what? You might as well just hand your 2 cents over here because I don't know. The way I've been cooped up in my room and powering those turntables on.
Yeah, exactly. That's a lot of work, right?
Yeah, that's tough. It's tough stuff right there.
Hey, that's like my morning exercise. I can't go to the gym anymore at the moment, so.
So I got some questions here. Well, we're gonna transition off this one here. Let's get into some questions for you guys. Please type in, you guys that want to chime into these questions or tag along. We'll talk about it. We'll see your comments and questions. But what quality you think is more important for a DJ? A unique style or technical skill?
Ooh, I got something to touch base on this too.
Go for it, man. What's your opinion on this, Dylan?
Actually, once everybody kind of chimes in, but actually, as a matter of fact, I'm kind of gonna stray away from this question, but it's the same topic. So it actually starts with a story. So I got hit up to do like a small little gathering about 2 weeks ago. 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's been 2. So the guy offered me X amount of money, like not worth the time to put the effort to like throw some speakers in my car and everything and go set up kind of deal.
Gotcha.
So I turned it down. And plus it was from like midnight to 4 a.m. So there's a DJ on the flyer. The DJ they got on the flyer was one I wasn't too familiar with, but I knew he was one of those beginners.
Gotcha.
Let's just put it that way. So, I mean, in that sense, it's like, what do you guys think is important right now for anybody beginning to DJ or still kind of like trying to get into like learning the basics before we lift this pandemic?
I'll answer my own question. Okay.
Yeah.
So to me, you got to have technical skills first, or you got to have skills first before you determine what style of music you're going to play or what category you're going to put yourself into. Because a hip hop DJ takes skills, but an EDM DJ is totally different skill set from a hip hop dude. Or an open format dude is totally different than a hip hop or an EDM guy. I think you got to start with the skills, the basic skills first before you figure out what style you're going to play. And what's more important, I think in the long run, what's more important after you learn your skills is your style of what lane you're going to be in for a career if you want to do this.
Yeah. So will you reread that question verbatim?
What quality do you think is more important for a DJ, a unique style or technical skill?
I think, in my opinion, I think technical should come first. That way you have the basics down, and then you discover your style along the way.
So in this question, you guys, do you feel the word style is being used solely determining the style or genre of music, or is it also the style of the human being, where, clothing, imagery?
I don't know, but I mean, because before I want to call it the internet DJ came along, we were all our own, I guess. We really didn't care what we looked like. We were just going to play music because that's what we loved to do, right? 20 years ago, at least that's what I did. You know what I'm saying? We packed our records or CDs or whatever we did, and we played our clubs. We didn't care what we looked like. But today's world, we have to worry about our image more than we ever had to.
Well, and I think that opens up this question a lot more. So it asks, basically, do you feel, is it more important to have technical skills or style? Well, I don't know. If we put this into a theoretical hypothesis study of income, sometimes it could be argued that the style could come above the skills. I think everyone at this table would actually absolutely agree that we would agree on technicality first. But let's take Paris Hilton for a second. You know what I'm saying?
She's just a brand. So she's selling her brand as Paris Hilton.
So if you took it as a style, though, like she defines style. She has a perfume line.
True. Hey, I just want to give a quick shout out to Brian over there on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in over there with us. As you guys know, this will be, tomorrow or next day. This will be up on Spotify and Apple Podcasts for the audio only portion. So tune in there.
And Pauly Shore, or not Pauly Shore, the reality guy, Pauly D.
Pauly D.
Not Pauly Shore.
Pauly D.
Pauly Shore would be awesome to watch DJ, though. I'd go watch him. But
But
Pauly
see,
D,
I think
like,
Pauly D is getting the short end of the stick here. Pauly D was a DJ before he was on reality TV. Reality TV helped him gain his DJ career, and then eventually he just sold out as a reality person.
yeah, but if you hear his sets, they're not good.
They're horrible.
Yeah, so
They're horrible.
I mean, on a technical level, he's not that
Sucks.
good. But his style, his gym tan laundry regiment helped him with his career.
So, got a few things done before I go live. Glad you guys are doing this. Please don't stop. That was from Paul Hammond, buddy. Thanks for tuning in. Good luck.
appreciate you.
Good luck on your stream, buddy. We need to get you out here to the studio. It's I say this every time I see somebody on here, and I say it day in and day out. Every time I see somebody, reach out to me. I am the worst. I forget that I don't touch bases. It's just reach out to me. If you want to come to the studio, you want to stream with us, reach out to me. Reach out to Nate. Reach out to anybody. Travis Randall. See, that's another one. Frequency actually will be in studio next Tuesday night. I have always set that up with him. DJ Frequency will be here next Tuesday night.
Oh, awesome, man. It'll be good to see Frequency back in the studio.
Yeah, so physicality. He's like, by skill, are you saying turntablism?
I wouldn't necessarily say turntablism.
No, there's more to skills than turntablism. It's
Well, I mean, if physicality is that your opinion, that you feel turntablism and that technicality is going to come and is more important than style, as in music choice or the lane you choose, because that could be a style as well. That's why this question is pretty broad. If you really, break
it's a
it down.
double-edged sword, actually.
Because if you're a turntablism list, and that is your lane and your main focus, that can also be a style, right?
it is,
Yeah.
100% a
So-
style for sure.
But but aren't we missing the big picture? Like, learn the mix, transition. I don't know. Isn't that kind of like the biggest?
To me, the biggest skill over, okay, so we all have, mixing and beat matching and blah, 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 the list goes on, is programming. People tend to forget programming as a skill. If you can't program, you're not going to be able to you're not going to be able to hold a room or hold a venue down if you can't program for shit. Just my opinion.
Yeah, unless you're just a scratch DJ, then you don't got to program. You just got to scratch.
Yeah, this is true. True. Hands up, Travis Randall's. Perfect.
Well, like I said, we should in that. Actually, that is a good point. But at the same time, no. That's a good point. I'm just trying to add on top of what he said. At the same time, like back before this whole thing, I remember going out a couple of times on my nights off, checking out who's playing around town, and I've seen a couple, like, I'll be honest, they were terrible. I've seen a couple of terrible guys who just, went to Guitar Center, bought their MacBooks and their controllers, and, got their YouTube rips, and boom.
But that also boils back to if you're going out on your night off and these guys are doing it in said venues wherever, are they, say, brown nosing? They doing it for free? Why aren't you in that spot instead of this guy who you just said went to Guitar Center, got a MacBook and YouTube rips? So I mean that's a whole nother topic.
You're right, it is. But the reason why I'm not doing it, who knows? I probably got looked over after I sent in that email, try to get a mix or something. Who knows? I probably didn't have the following that they were looking for.
I don't know exactly.
It boils down to that too, The only difference between me and this guy is he has his supporters that are very faithful to him. That will show up anywhere he goes, kind of deal.
That's tough for somebody who just bought a controller and just threw against it and YouTube rips. That's just my take.
You might be surprised. I mean, he might not have been brand new, but when you listen to the quality of the stuff that are being played and the way they were transitioned, it was like,
I guess it really doesn't matter downtown these days what's being played or how it's being played.
it wasn't even downtown.
because
That's the worst
everything
part.
closed down.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, it wasn't even downtown. That's the worst part.
Yeah, I
it was
gotcha.
it was on the east side.
Gotcha. That's even worse.
Like, come on now.
Gotcha. So, facts. Physicality says facts. And so what's worse, loading into a venue or loading out after a show?
I actually, man, it depends. But honestly, overall, just on the brink of the cusp, I would say loading in actually sucks worse because that's when you're figuring everything out and how many cables and your spacing, and it takes longer. I can tear down way faster than I can set up into a new spot.
That's my opinion too. The load in is always the worst because you got to figure out logistics, where you got to park, where can I drop my stuff off. Then you got to go find the coordinator. You got to find the manager. Where am I setting up? What am I doing? Blah, blah, blah. I think load in's a lot harder than load out.
But yeah, and there's been a lot of times though too that whatever event that I was doing, just it was a lot of, well, let's take like a big wedding or something that I had to coordinate a lot more than I was actually DJing and running around everywhere, even probably the last one I did.
Yeah.
I think my step counter was like 5 times more than it ever was. by the end of the time, man, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
That part sucks too, but I will say generally speaking, I would say 8 times out of 10, the load in sucks worse than the load out.
So this is like load out. Oh my gosh, I'm dead tired after the party. So he's saying the load out is worse than the load in. I think you're crazy, Thiz. That's just my opinion.
I think it depends on how much you drank.
That has a huge part.
Yeah, if you're a mega drinker during your parties, like homie over here, just
Like this little dude here.
Well, hold on.
Yeah, whoa. Let's back this up. The only loadout he does at the end of his
yeah,
night,
he never does.
he takes his computer and his bag and he goes home.
Whoa,
So, yeah,
actually, no. I did a wedding over the summer.
One.
Actually,
Yeah,
yes,
that's all
just
I got.
one. but
One.
look, at the end of the day, I did a little bit of the load. I was kind of drunk at the time, so just a little bit. A little drunk, but it's an open bar, free tequila.
So, and like the venues, like let's say venues, this question doesn't apply to venues. I guess it does if it's your first time to the venue. Could be a little different. Venues most of the time are set up with whatever you need, unless you're bringing your own control surface via turntables, controller, whatever you're going to play on. But you still have to manage through the venue, through the club, to the DJ booth, or wherever they have you set up at. So
I've always wanted to ask this question: does it ever make sense for a DJ to bring a controller to the club when it has equipment already?
yes, it does, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, if that's gonna put you on a better level, I guess, like if that's your comfort area and you need it, I have nothing against it. And sometimes, well, okay, here's an example. My career, CC Slaughters, I was there 4.5 years, right?
Yeah.
I always brought a controller there and they have the flagship of Pioneer gear there as far as like 3 CDJs, but they're set up European style up top. Where they lower, so it's like a double decker. You got all your decks, like control things, which are either turntables or CDJs. And they have 3 2000s, and then they got a sunken. What's the big popular 4-channel one?
900 Nexus too.
Yeah, 900 sunken into the counter below that. So for me, and they're based on a software record box.
Yeah,
My career has been based on Serato, but they have an auxiliary plug-in right to the left of all that. Really nice stuff. It's really great equipment. But for me, getting something that fit over in that corner and being able to use my laptop, my collection, and my stuff was very important. So, I mean, I could have taken the time to try to switch over to that program, but
I was going to say, can't you run Serato on the Nexus 2?
You can, but here's my take on your question, Dill. Brent Allen said it's way easier to load out. Good to see you, Brent. Thanks for tuning in with us. Travis says load ins are always worse. True. But let's go back to this question that Deli asked here. I think if said DJ wants to play on anything, let him play on whatever he's comfortable on playing to better suit himself to have a good night. Like myself, I can walk in and play on turntables. I can play on CDJs. I can play on turntables. I can play on whatever's presented in front of me via Serato. Hands down, 100%. But am I more comfortable on said certain turntables or said controller? Yes, I have more time on those. So whoever wants to bring in what they want to bring it in. That's like when guys come to the studio, they want to bring their own stuff. Cool. I'll set you up. We'll get you in there. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure they are the most comfortable to do their best performance.
Yeah. And back to, I could use those things like you were saying. Technically, you could hook up to them, but it would also require a hub, a bunch, like 3 USBs, a complete different style of hookup than just plugging a single dunk into the side of mine. And so for me, that made sense in that situation. I think and that's my opinion on, again, we're going down a rabbit hole, but controllers are great tools for certain situations. And I think that he likes big ones. I don't like the big one because that takes away from the purpose, in my opinion. I think you should have something that's like space saving. That's why I like controllers.
That's why controllers were eventually came to market. That's why let's go back to SX was like the first flagship controller really that took the controller market to where it is today was the SX. Before that, you had the NS, Newmark, NS6, blah, 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 blah. Then the list goes on. But today we're in ginormous, huge controllers.
Yeah, they got bigger.
The end of the day, I've said this from day one, Serato and a turntable is just a controller. It's no longer a turntable if you're running Serato, my opinion. It's a controller.
DJ technology, it's like a lot of technology, but like let's take cell phones went really small and then went back to being big, right? And then they kind of found this like medium ground of the size in your pocket, but you can still get a gargantuan one. I have even like my S20, right? The new Galaxy 20. I just have the 20. I don't have the Plus. If you get the Plus, that thing's another like half inch all the way around. It's massive. Right, these Pluses are. I can't put that in my pocket. I got a huge size, man.
Once you get my age, it's about what you can see on the screen. Come on now. I don't want to be like this. What's that say out there? I want to be like, oh, cool, it's right here.
Dude, I just hit 41 2 weeks ago, bro. So you're not that
4
far
years to catch up, dude.
Holy shit, you're 41?
Yeah, just barely.
So we've already covered that topic.
I feel young.
You are young.
You are young, man. That's why we talk to you like you're
I
young.
have the Plus too. Yes, I love the Plus.
Hey, I'm trying to get that new iPhone, and it's been a
Plus
pain.
or normal?
Plus.
I know Plus. I know. So with all these new controllers, this is a kind of a weird topic. It's a love-hate relationship. Sync, yes or no?
My opinion on sync stays the same. I think sync should be used. So if you can do a basic mix, and you should, and I don't mix technically that hard. Biggs could verify if he's still there, but I have very simple mixing style, and if that can be done on 2 decks and you can do that, I don't understand why you need to use sync, and you should be able to do that. Like if you're just beat matching, cutting, and doing that. But now if you're into a creative mode and that there's an advantage of having like a third hand and you want to lock those beats, and then you're maybe doing like some crazy house frequency mixing where you're taking 3 or 4 tracks, like more than 2 tracks, I think syncing is almost necessary in that situation. If you want to just take parts of songs. I mean, we have a whole nother technology coming out and working called stems, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you like, say you want to drop the bass on, say you have a 4-channel mixer on this one and you want to play the rest of those elements in that song. Then on the next channel, you want to just play the mids on that one. And then the other one, you want to play the high, but you want to get them to all fit together. And you're doing that.
You definitely have to have sync at that situation.
Yeah, in that situation, I think there's an example where I think sync is necessary and okay because it allows you to do something you couldn't have done physically without it.
Correct.
Now, I think you should try to learn as much as you can to do without it. than to use it. But
Gotcha. Deli?
I'd have to agree with Nathan said, to be honest.
Gotcha.
I think with most, in my opinion, with most genres, but other than like the EDM stuff, you got pop, hip hop, country, and all that. I think it's much easier to mix without the sync button. It's just basic, like mixing and transitioning, and if you want to go into it, it just depends how you mix. Some people cut on the one, or some people beat match.
Yeah, it's just a different style of playing if you sync or not sync. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I use it. I don't use it all the time, but I do use it. I think I look at it as another tool given to us by the programs that we use. So why not use it? So Travis is like, sync should be used as a safety net. For example, if a drunk girl talks to you at a time, by the time you shove her off, you're running out of time. That's a good point. If you're running out of time, you need to get in and out. That's a great time to use it. I would have to agree with him. If you don't have enough time, or you can do what everybody else does, like Deli and a lot of people downtown, they just cut and drop. So, so really,
I'm not going to deny that.
So there is no really.
I'm not going to.
So there is really no. I'm going to do a little baby scratch. I'm going to cut and drop. So I like sync for moving out of the 130-ish to the 65. That's almost like double timing. I mean, Brett. So yeah, I get what you're going with that.
I can see the advantage there.
But there's an old trick though too, Brent. With that,
I like doing that manually though. Like that's to me, those numbers to me are fun. Like,
well, yeah, exactly. But I was just getting to the point where we can go old school with that though. Like you can go from. It's kind of you have to feel your way through it, but going from a 130 and then doing a 45 BP, churning the record from a 33 to a 45 on the 60 to catch up to it and then go, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
wait, you got to do all that? Hold on.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's right. You're a young and you don't know about that.
Dude, I haven't used that method in so long.
A lot of people forget about it or they haven't done it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you can do it that way too to keep up to.
I just take the math and those will actually go into each other. Like
they can.
65.
But I'm just saying, I mean.
It just creates this really funky, like kind of wobbly beat.
Yeah.
But typically the hi-hats will be. They'll be off by a beat sometimes.
But you're doing it for such a short amount of time. Most people don't even notice that you're
honestly,
in a 45.
it kind of gives you this real cool feel if it works just right.
It does.
If you can take the 120 and 130 and then you drop its bass out and you're just playing the bass beat or you're using the bass beat of the one you're going down to.
Yeah.
Creates a really cool feel.
It does.
I don't know. But I absolutely see what he's doing there.
Yeah.
Because that's a tough one to float. Like it is.
It is.
Like,
really
it gets
tough.
off by micro elements. It's a very messy mix.
Clint's like good going old school. Consider the complicated math after 4 tequilas. Touche.
Hey.
What? I guess it depends on the tequila. It depends on the situation. Who knows, Brent? Who knows?
Hornitos, Don Julio.
Yeah.
That's the best choice to go.
Yeah, those are.
But Luna Azul is really
not
good.
too bad. Have you tried Don Ramon?
I have not.
You'll have to try that one sometime.
I still got a bottle of 1942 I got for my birthday. I still have
Corazone's pretty good too.
See, we're talking about tequilas over here. I'm not even a tequila drinker. I'm not going to lie, Brent.
Jaeger, and that's it, right?
Brent understands this. I drink tequila one time a year. Okay?
One time
a year. And that's at NAM.
Oh.
With Jason and Rob Alon, who else doesn't drink on the normal, but he'll step up and drink with us. That's the only time I drink tequila. It's what Jason likes to drink. We parking lot pimping for NAM. One night a year. Done.
Huh. Yeah, it's more my preference.
It is. Jaeger's mine, but we all know that.
Yeah, like I said, I'm a tequila guy, but I am sponsored by a vodka company, so that's pretty dope.
Yeah, where is he? Last I saw, he was like Cabo San Lucas or something.
Yeah, he's in Mexico right now.
Yeah, see, he's trying to catch that new tequila.
You guys are speaking vaguely. There's someone that owns this vodka company you're talking about.
Is what?
Where?
Michael Scott.
Michael Scott.
He's from Portland.
And he's the guy that's starting to, what's the name? You can drop it, dude. What's
Parlay
the name?
Vodka.
Parlay Vodka.
Right.
Yeah.
He's not starting. He's been at it for 4 or 5 years, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, and we got Namthrax. I agree, Brent. 100%. We've got Namthrax.
I saw his post on there. So the flip flop sound guy, help me. Courtney. Sorry, Courtney. He actually put up a good question in that post. Brett put that up on Facebook today. About your guys' Namthrax, and he asked if any of you got the
Antibody test. No, that antibody test has to be prescribed by a doctor to take it. I've tried just to make sure because of Namthrax, and I couldn't do it because I didn't have the signs.
Yeah. So, and your guys' theory of Namthrax, what they're talking about is NAMM, the big music expo in Anaheim. Pretty much how many people got sick there or were sick at the time?
Oh, dude, I don't know.
And this was before they were calling anything COVID, like the name hadn't came out.
Yeah, it was before COVID. NAMM was the third week in January this year. I don't know, millions of people. I don't know what the numbers are. But I know at least 100 people that got sick at NAMM. I was miserably sick for a week the weekend I got to NAMM. So I know my whole hotel room, there was 4 in one room, 4 in the adjacent room. We had the Dutch doors. So like 8 or 9 of us total in one hotel room. We were all sick. What are the odds? That's just us stipulating.
Yeah,
you have to understand NAMM's millions of people, and half of them are from Japan or China or wherever. They're from across the pond, so...
All right.
Come on, just saying.
There's a lot of people that went to that expo that feel that they may have already received COVID due to that large gathering. And what you got there, vape boy? What up, vape boy?
He's a vapor.
You even vape, bro? You vape, bro?
Don't give me.
Oh, buddy.
You're not allowed to give me shit right
Why
now.
not?
If you're gonna
Look
vape,
at this thing. You got to show the
I'm not
camera
gonna-
this damn thing. Look at this thing. This is a science project. I'm not you. Okay, I got into this for a second, but this is 20 generations after I sort of tried this for a second. Look at that thing, Clint.
It's a monster.
Yeah, show a cigarette compared to this.
I don't have them on me.
They're a lot simpler.
Yeah, but Patrick Queasy, his is like double that size, dude.
Crazy, bro.
It's weird.
But the thing is, I smoke hookah, and that's kind
I
of
like hookah. I got. You should see my hookah. I got a nice hookah.
So the thing is, hookah bars are closed up, and I technically am not allowed to hookah in the house personally. And it was cold at the time to buy one to get one outside.
Baby, it's cold outside.
These cartridges are crazy, bro. That thing's like a spaceship. Wow, dude. Do you feel like you're going to launch off to another planet when you hit that thing?
Gotcha. So what would be worse? You can't play music anymore, or you can't listen to music?
Play music? I can't listen to it.
I say I can't listen to it because music keeps me sane every day.
So without your ears, you can't play anyway, so it doesn't matter.
So I was kind of like, if I can't hear it, why do I care if I can play it or not?
So which brings up, this is like it goes down that rabbit hole. Grandpa Noise can't see what he can hear. So eventually somebody's going to set up his crates and they're just going to go this song, this song, this song, this song for him. Because he'll never lose his ears, but he just can't see his damn computer. He doesn't need his computer. He'll just need somebody to set it up for him, the songs that he needs to play, and he'll just mix by ear.
Absolutely.
So I think it would be worse to lose your hearing for sure.
Oh, hearing versus sight, that's kind of the question now.
Yeah. Because, the question is playing. I get that. But without your ears, you can't play. So you can still play without your sight, but you can't play without your hearing.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Dude. Deli, what you feel? That's a tough one. Hearing versus sight.
I'd have to say I'd rather lose my sight than my hearing, if anything.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
I would say
I'd rather lose my hearing over my sight.
Yeah, I think I'm a hearing guy as well over my sight, just because
Gotcha.
I think there's more ways to communicate at that point.
Gotcha.
What else? Then I don't have to hear people. I'm kind of a loner.
So Physicality is asking us a question over here. If
What's
you
up,
could
Thiz?
study under any DJ for a year, who would it be and why?
Oh, I got two good ones actually.
Ooh, they got awfully quiet. Look at
Man,
these guys.
there's a lot. There's some choices there.
See,
A lot of choices.
I'd have to say there's two. They would have to dance battle at this point. I'd have to say DJ Craze and Scratch Bastard, and for me they're both really great turntablists, and you don't get like their style is unique. And to me, like, I would like to study, what they do. It would have to be between those two. I can't really pick one.
So let me back this up there. If it wasn't for the internet, would you know who those guys were?
To be honest, no.
Okay.
But that's the good thing about the internet, right?
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, yeah, because those guys have been around a long time. So,
Yeah.
I mean, they were around before Facebook and Instagram and all that too. So,
Oh yeah, I've seen their old clips. Yeah. Easy.
so
Them or even even A-Track. I'll put that name out there too.
Text though. Yeah, I even think like Four Color Zax though.
Four Color Zach's from Seattle. If
I
nobody
know,
knew that,
I know that, but he would be awesome to learn from. But I still think I would have to go with one of my first like inspirations actually, just one of my earlier convincings that turntables were an instrument and that there was a performance element more than guitars would be Mixmaster Mike.
Miami bass.
Yeah, just more. I know that but then sometimes I go back the longer I've DJ'd that I don't know, some of his style's a little too crazy for me. But what I saw during like kind of that mashup era of the things he did was incredible. And I think most of the time though, you can't always take every one of his little mini cut videos isn't exactly all the other DJing he knows.
Oh God, no.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
So, but his actual mix factor is crazy. Yeah. If you've when he was taking Rocket to hit and all on crates and just it was incredible. I've never seen. I don't know. That was the most I've seen a DJ work. I have seen Cut Chemist and that was fantastic too. But I think my number one choice would be Mixmaster Mike.
Gotcha. And for myself, I would have to go if I had to pick, one or two guys. Definitely DJ AM for his originality and his open format play. That's me. I'm open format. But then the old guy in me is like original old school Tiesto, when he was playing on turntables. Just early 90s. You know what I'm saying? The early 90s the Dutch EDM or whatever, the Dutch EDM back then. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. So
fun fact, actually, I didn't know who DJ AM was. I think it was as of last year, I want to say.
See this? This is what we deal with.
DJ,
but knows nobody.
Here's the age gap.
Okay, look. So where was I? Or what was I doing? Okay, so I think I was on the road somewhere. I think it might have been the Seaside when I played for Sugar at Twisted Fish for New Year's Eve. And I was actually listening to the Road podcast, and actually they were the ones explaining who DJ AM was. I actually looked back and actually did my research. So yes, I didn't know who DJ AM was till last year, but I still went back and
that's great. You did your research on him. I mean, he was, he was probably one of the I don't know how to put it.
He's the reason you can make money, man.
That is true. That is true.
That's a huge
factor in this. He was just phenomenal. The way he open formatted everything. It didn't matter who he was playing for, or where he was at. It was truly an open format play.
Do you watch the movie, Deli?
What movie?
His biography.
No, I did actually. Yeah. It's a good time to catch
it
now.
What's the final title of that? I always
something AM. I don't know. I have it
in the AM. It's a great biography.
Travis.
Yeah, Travis Scott from Blink-182 or Travis.
Yeah.
Is that who you're talking? Oh no, you're talking about Travis, the guy that put it together with.
Yes.
Yeah. Other DJ.
Yeah.
Travis Barker was what I was thinking of. Sorry.
What is that guy's name?
He was on the plane with AM.
God, I'm drawing a blank right now. He owns one of the record labels. No, not Barker.
Yeah, not Barker.
Anyway, He owns one of the record pools we all pull music from. It was a lot of his fundings. He was great friends with AM. Anyway, good times
Anyways,
for sure.
Clint can hook you up with the link, man.
Yeah, I got it.
You should watch it.
Gotcha.
I'll definitely watch it with all this time I have on my hands. What else am I gonna do? Come on now. The only thing I got to do right now is probably explore my S11 and try the new features on there.
You need to bring that fucker out here so I can play with it.
Yeah,
I've already played with one, but I want to like dive into it. That's what I do. I want to figure out there's one thing I want to figure out on that, and I know you can't answer me. Maybe somebody in the comments goes, I don't know if Brent has one yet. I want to look at the MIDI mapping on that damn controller. That's what I'm curious. That's just me, though.
Of course you do.
So Nate has played on 100% of my gear, right?
It's a horrible situation.
For him.
Yeah.
Great situation for me because I MIDI mapped the piss out of it to better suit me. Just saying. That's the way I mean. But you can shut that all off. I shut it all off before I leave. And it's like, shit, this button, he's over here. Hey, Clint, what's this button do over here? I can't do nothing.
No, man, it doesn't do what it does. It does like some completely backwards.
It's great, dude, because I could like screw
awful.
somebody up horribly.
It's awful.
You know. So
Kelly laughs, but you're going on after Clint. Boy.
yeah. I just walk away and not help him.
Exactly. Try to jump on Clint's laptop, and then as he walks away.
you know what? Now we bring this topic up. I've never been a big fan of like DJing off of other people's laptop, even if it was to cover for them for like 10 minutes.
Oh, it's not fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even.
Kevin Scott, Direct Music
Kevin
Service.
Scott,
Thank you, Brent. Appreciate it. Yes. Playing off of somebody else's laptop, I think it's a good skill to learn to be able to play off somebody else's gear whenever given the opportunity. Because if you get too comfortable, then you won't be able to play anywhere because you always got to have your stuff. But at the end of the day, we all have this 90% of the same music, so it doesn't matter.
You're right.
Yeah, it's
trying to find it.
I would have to say, out of our crew, I've probably played I played on more people's stuff.
You have
than probably my own collection.
You have.
And here's the key about this, Deli. It's like looking into someone's mind. It's something that's very, very scary. And
well, if you look into mine, it's kind of scattered.
Yeah, that's how.
Don't look at my Serato crates because they're
people
a mess.
get on mine, dude. No, man, you ain't getting through it. But yeah, I'm a search menu guy, so to me, it's not that. It's not that I've designed myself to just be the fill-in. Like that's kind of how I designed Seawell. Seawell
100%
is 100% to be able to fill in whatever gaps you need, and that's what I do. Like that's it. So it's been that way. I like the way I mix, the way I do everything. I've just structured it to be able to float into whatever. Because when I learned, I had to play on my buddy's thing. I had to play on, like I was still trying to get my gear. So I designed a method so I could get through this, and I've kept this method, and it's worked gorgeous. But I will say, I can't disagree with you on like it's not the funnest and greatest thing to jump on somebody else's laptop and get through it. But it does make you better. I will say that.
It does.
It makes you
100%.
a lot more versatile in far as being able to get through and get the job done.
Exactly.
Like I think it's something you should be forced into once in a while.
Yeah, been forced there one too many times.
But it makes you a better DJ though if you can jump onto anybody's computer, anybody's thumb drive, and DJ for said 10, 15 minutes or something just to help fill that gap if needed. Just my opinion. So what do you think is a major misconception that regular people have about being a DJ?
Oh, good one. Actually, I got plenty of those.
I think one of the and I don't think it's as bad as it used to be, but I still think it's out there. I think there's the thing I struggle with and always have in this career is there's kind of this catch-22 imaging and of the title of a DJ. Like the DJ is this wild and crazy whatever, and he, there's all these cons, I would say, like bad things, in my opinion, socially, that like DJs are accredited to, and not all of us do those things. But so if you do think the DJ is out there always getting laid and always being drunk and always doing that, that's not always the truth.
You're looking at him right there.
That's about the only one.
Wait,
wait.
Don't wait.
See, he learned that from DJ Problem Solver,
Yeah,
though.
he got that from Zach.
Wait.
So
Hold on.
Zach was like the playboy of DJs. Don't get me wrong, they exist. They're just
They
in
do.
a smaller
They do.
percentage, man. They're not the ones that are always working. They work a lot for a short amount of time, and then they burn the hell out. That's what typically happens.
exactly.
But
Look, time out. I don't. First of all, I'm not always drunk. I've had my drunk nights. I'm not gonna lie, but
were you throwing up? You were probably throwing up female numbers just as big as Z or Problem Solver.
No, actually, no. I had my moments.
Yeah,
But
so-
anyways, no. Actually,
That's why we moving on so fast over here.
moving on. From
Oh,
what?
see, he doesn't want to talk about the drunken stupid nights. So
wait, hold on. I'll talk about the drunken stupid night.
So I guess to end my statement on that question again, what we feel. Read that question again. I'm sorry.
oh, gotcha. These are all on my phone. That's why you see me.
No, it's fine.
What do you think is a major misconception that regular people have about being a DJ?
Okay,
So bottom line, we're nerds. Like when it really comes down,
We're
to
all
it.
geeks.
We're all super geek nerd guys. For
sure.
We're not. I mean, at some point, you're just not cool. We just DJ. Like that's what we do. But so I think that's kind of the bottom line. I think the imaging of what you think one guy is, you can't say that's all of us. Like
No.
that's all I'm saying.
No.
I'll be honest with you guys. With my ex-girlfriend, I was making her watch DJ videos with me all day long. And that's all. It's crazy because it's like I'm not that misconception of getting girls and all that. It's not really a thing unless you make it a thing. But at the end of the day, like a lot of times during my gigs, I'd end up going home by myself watching Family Guy after a long night.
Yeah, and that's the truth. Like
So-
we aren't always partying afterwards, man. Like
No, not at all.
And the other and of the girl things, they come in hot, but man, by the end of the night, God, man, like, yeah, what happened? She came in like looking like Cinderella,
And now look at
and then
her.
she's like the ugly stepsister by like about 1 o'clock. Like,
That's like when all the lights come on too, you know, and it's like, yeah, it's a mess.
where did you come from? You're missing how? I think you had a full grill before you got in here, but.
The best looking. I'll be honest. The one you always want to go for at the end of the night is the sober one that got to take them home.
You always want to go for that DD driver.
Yeah, that's the one that might
She might have half a brain
have
left.
a brain in her.
Yeah, exactly.
might.
But the DD driver is always the better one, though. To be honest, realistically, I mean,
She's the more adult
coherent. Yes, in the adult one.
I also think another thing a lot of general people don't understand is that you actually are running yourself as an entire business. Like
You are.
it's-
I mean, you are your own identity at that point when you become a DJ. That's why you book or get booked in certain venues is because of what you are and how you present yourself. I think is on 100%. You're not taking advantage of the drinks, the food. You're not being the manager. You go in, you do your job, you go home at the end of the night. That's just my
and there's even certain things that like if you watch like my timeline on Facebook, it's usually pretty boring until like I go out and do something outside or something. It's because it's designed that way on purpose. Like you just can't be as open on social media platforms. You can't just put all the complaints out there when you're trying to get booked. Like that's
Yeah, see, and that's where I think a lot of
what I'm
people are going to
saying.
get caught up right now with this whole COVID stuff and their outtake on it. And I think a lot of people in our industry don't look at Facebook as a business thing, even though it's your private page. I mean, I've had to look into people via Facebook and find stuff that like, oh God, no way. I don't want to hire this guy because of what he said in his private life. Is that my bad? No, that's his bad for putting that shit out there. I would have hired him 100%, but there's stuff that people put out there that shouldn't be put out there, you know? So,
Yeah, so that's another thing I don't think people think about on the fact of things we have to think about on all outlets that normal people don't have to.
yeah.
We are being looked at to get hired at any given point, and everything we put out in the public is going to go against us or for us. And so we also are our own social media marketer.
Yep.
We are also our brand manager. We're We are our scheduler. We are our, I mean, web designer.
None of us are that,
Yeah.
that level to have a manager yet. So we're doing it all.
Yeah. Like
Technically
we're our own graphic designers. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Technically speaking, I pay my little brother and decide to do half the work for me.
So JV's like, yeah, we got to do everything. You are correct. We have to do everything to make it worth our while. That's for sure. That's why we got to know. That's why we got to know if it's worth it or not. Is it worth it to do said gigs if it's, I don't know, $50, $100, $200?
a lot of time we're our own setup crew.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But is it worth it though? You
Yeah.
know, so to
That
be a DJ.
brings me back to the fact that party they asked me to do a couple weeks ago. I'm not gonna lie, they only offered me $200 from 12 to 4, having to bring my own speaker.
That's a fat no.
I was like, sitting at home sounds so much better watching 2.5 Men right now.
We got Jarrett Vogel in our chat room.
Dirty Dancing. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Dancing, 100%.
Real quick before you go on,
JV's like, time is always money. Money is always time. Yes. What's up, Deli?
real quick, actually, before you mentioned Jared Vogel, shout out to DJ Flo, who's actually in the chat on
Oh, nice.
on Twitch right now.
I missed that.
He'll actually be here on the 12th with us.
Thanks for joining us, Flo.
Yeah, it's good to have you around, man, and very much looking forward to your set for the takeover on the Hit Squad channel, December 12th.
So, but it just boils back. You got to know your worth to say yes or no to a gig when it's presented to you. So, I mean, let's be real here. So, we all know my average gigs Friday, Saturday night. I don't go to work for less than $250 a night. Been solid for 10, 12 years. But is it worth to take that 2-hour slot for, say, $100, and you only play for an hour for 2 hours for $100? Would you go open up? Let's say if Dirty was still around, would you go open Dirty for 2 hours for $100?
Yeah, I mean, if I wouldn't prioritize it. I mean, if it was a last minute thing and I had an opening,
Yeah,
and yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I would take that in the club realm. Yeah, I mean, we're talking club realm, guys.
Clubs,
We're
yes.
not talking mobile.
No.
Mobile's a whole nother rate, baby.
oh yeah.
We times that thing by 10 or 12 because that's way more work.
I mean,
So this is like I had to turn down a gig because they wanted dirty music, and I only have 4 dirty songs in my library. But I felt like it was compromised who I am. That's knowing your worth and knowing who you are to yourself. This
absolutely, man.
so there's no disrespect for that at all.
Nothing at all. I mean, I'm a Utah DJ. I came out of there. How much edits I had to have tons of edited music, man. It was part of my gig too.
There's a reason why I can't do a lot of school dances because I don't collect clean music.
I have plenty of those for,
Yeah,
for my radio show. So
I still do
See,
dirty and clean download every time I download, man. It's just a habit, and I will continue.
I mean, I've opened up at Shake before for 150, and it was like hour and a half, none longer than that, and that was for Tino Cacchino.
Yeah, and that's
did that, so.
and that's also has a little bit more value for you and a
It
brand
does.
thing that you can tag into that. And so I don't think an opening slot at $150 is horrible.
No,
But then,
I mean,
so if you flip
it's not
that,
great.
like flip that, you can open at one place for $150. Then you can go close at another place for the same amount of money.
actually, I closed out for more money at another spot that night.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, so that just leaves it open, though.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wish that we could get back to those numbers. I doubt that'll ever happen again, at least in Portland.
I know that's happening in the Arizona market for our guys out there. So
Exactly. So you can go open one spot, you can go close another spot. So you're actually doing two gigs a night, still making a little bit more or the same amount of money than doing one whole night at one spot.
There's a couple. Isn't Silos? He's out there.
Silos
He's
is doing
like
it. Oh,
day
yeah.
things, and then
Exactly.
he does like 2 or 3 at night. And
Yeah.
that guy can rack up like $1,000 on a single, like in
Yeah.
whatever. But he's also, I mean, he's DJing
phenomenal.
a lot of hours though. Too,
He's phenomenal,
Like
though.
he's really, really
Yeah,
good.
exactly.
But yeah, I mean, he's not just DJing 2 hours for that. He's
No, but
DJing
have you
like
seen his
8 hours.
daytime gigs, though?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Their
Like,
background music for football
Oh, no,
games.
I
Are
haven't
there
actually
lunch
seen it.
hours? Are there this?
Does on the daytime.
Which is cool. All props. Everybody has to make their money where they got to make it, for sure. 100%. I ain't hating on anybody who's trying to make a living in this career.
And I wish we had the option. We just
I was going to say, why aren't we doing that out here? Kind of
because we're
Portland market will not support it. Ask Mikey B about that.
Not at all.
Mikey B tried. It failed miserably. We all told him good luck. Nothing but love and respect to Mikey B.
We don't have the temperature. We don't have the.
We just don't have the atmosphere for it.
We don't have it.
We just don't have it.
Have you seen Portland in the daylight?
It's ugly.
It's not. I like Portland in the daylight. I mean, I'm not the people in it half the time, but depends on who we're talking to at the end of the day.
There's just not the venues to support it because a lot of those things in LA's, that are doing the day parties, Phoenix.
Or weather, period.
Weather,
Really
it's the atmosphere. They're set up from day one. You know what I'm saying? They are built around music from day one. Where here, music is usually a second or third thought. But unless it's a club, then it's the first thought. But there's no clubs left in Portland anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I always have a couple.
A few.
Name them.
Name them.
Count them on one hand.
Candy, Fuse, District. So we're still
4,
5.
Cool.
Good. Nice job, buddy.
Savitro.
See, DJs can count past 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
No, it's and, right?
Yeah.
That comes after 4. 4 and 1,
2, 2,
and 3 and that's how it works.
Okay.
Jared's like, what clubs? Yeah, see, he agrees.
See, Jared's
I mean,
on the
we
same
still
page.
have.
Sugar, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Thanks to Santa Claus. Bums and Meth face downtown from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. You're 100 correct. So
I'm just saying we still have a few spots here. I'm not gonna say.
I'm not gonna lie 100%. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, from my perspective, there is no nightclubs left in Portland.
I mean, actually, technically speaking, it has been rumored around Trio should be coming back when the pandemic's over. It was confirmed, but yes.
To me, Trio was the last nightclub left in Portland after Barracuda shut down.
So,
just my opinion. Everything else is a bar trying to be a club.
well, I agree. I actually agree with your opinion. Don't get twisted now. So, I think you're right about that.
Yeah. Good. We agree on something.
Jeez.
Jared, what have you been up to, man? I mean, you kind of just skipped out, just doing your own thing.
Jared's still been looking ugly. That's an insider. Just know I give him shit all the time.
Yeah.
I bully him all the time, but he's been working out, so I don't know. He could probably get me back now.
Exactly.
He's been asked if the whiskey bar is gone.
I think Whiskey's still around because Whiskey owner actually owns the building, if I recall my memory. I could be wrong. Who knows? So what motivates you to keep wanting to DJ and make the music that we all do? For me, it's the passion. I like music. I've always liked the music. So I can say I have some genres that I don't care for, and that everybody knows that. For
me, it's therapy. Realistically, it just kind of helps, especially depending on the mood. If I'm just like kind of like fuck everyone, like I could turn in music.
Gotcha.
because it can practice. Like I think that's the fun of it. And realistically, with COVID around and everything, it's actually taught me to get more creative and connect with a lot more people. And prime example would be Mellow Manny. Actually, I've gotten closer with them during this pandemic than I ever have, realistically.
Mellow C?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
Manny Fresco?
Manny Fresco. So yeah, shout out to Mellow C, Manny Fresco.
Isn't Mellow C still in New York, or is he back now?
What do you mean?
Did he go back to New York during a little while ago? I think I saw. No.
He thought I talked to him. He was almost considering it at one point.
Gotcha.
Just consider packing up and leaving. But
Sugar's like, I just need to share my love of music to others. Sugar, we all know you, buddy. We all know you. We all know your love of music.
Love of music.
Jared's like, I got my own flooring company and being a father. Good, man. Props to you. I appreciate it. The therapy being a center of attention. That's why I DJ'd. Never pro DJs like you guys. Always been a showman. Jared, that's a good point. Like I said, I got respect for all the DJs in Portland. Everybody has their purpose and their place. It doesn't matter what it is or how you're doing it. At the end of the day, we all like the music we play.
Yeah. My motivation is no one else will hire a 41-year-old DJ.
Dude, we've gone over this in last pod. I'm hoping I get another 7 years and I can make it to 50, dude. Come on.
Yeah. No,
So,
Hey, on the bright side, I'm 30 is only around the corner for me. So
30s
youngin,
awesome.
right here. Youngin.
hey, now I'm gonna be 27 next year. So
Let me know if you're still doing this when you're 40.
depends. I've actually depends. And I'm not saying I'm not going to be DJing, but it's moving into another lane. It's what my goal might be. But I've started, during this time, I actually started learning how to produce, and that's been kind of one thing I would like to get into.
Yeah. Are you reading JV's comments here? She's talking to you.
Hey, 27 is such let's just say an interesting. Actually, no, I'm 26.
Sugar's like 30s was the best time of my DJing life. 30s was a good year for me to DJ. That whole 30s. I'm not gonna lie, it was good.
Hey, now there's nothing wrong with being 37 or getting older. Kevin Hart said in his newest stand-up. All right, because it just means that you accomplished a lot in your younger years.
So you're saying 37 is not that old. You're 27 now.
26.
Same difference. It's a fucking number, right? Come on.
It makes it different before I want to hit 30. All right, it makes a huge difference.
I mean, so the stand-up that everyone has said sucks. Gotcha. I've never seen it. Who knows? Don't know.
It's actually okay. It's funnier when you're high. Not gonna lie, I was high the other night watching it, but the thing is, it's actually not a bad stand-up.
Yeah,
it's not a bad stand-up. I think everyone should give it a chance because there is mixed reaction between it.
Gotcha.
Kevin Hart?
Yeah, new stand-up on Netflix.
So Jared's like he's like,
I enjoyed him.
Glad you're learning how to produce, Deli. Props to you for that. We need a good producer. Let him give him a try. Let's see what happens.
Appreciate you, Jared.
Gotcha. Like I said, I mean, Jared's had his ups and downs. If you guys don't know him, he's Dirty Dancing of Portland. He's had his ups and downs in the Portland scene. Like I said earlier, respect for everybody that tries to do this. I have no hate towards you. A lot of people have that misconception. I don't. We're all in this for the same thing. We all like the music we play, and that's it. Late 30s. So frequencies like late 30s going into the 40s were on the ups. Ups for me going back into radio and getting booked at more bars and weddings. Yeah. I can see and that's like the conception a lot of people have. Like the older you get, you start going towards the more private and wedding stuff. The club guy goes from this to the weddings. I don't know. What's your take, Nate?
Club guys go from, what was the lane you just put that in? You said club guys, wedding, something else.
The club guys, like they transition from their 30s, 20s and 30s are in the clubs. And then when they seem to hit the 35 to 40, they switch over to the weddings and private gig stuff.
Yeah, I would say that's probably a proper assumption. A lot more people are willing to hire a dude on crutches for their wedding than they are for the dance club.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I've actually had some couples and some people in the discussion that going to wedding that those old guys are the best wedding DJs, and hey, I think there could be some truth to that in those situations because they're calmer. The generations that are at a wedding is
much wider,
way wider than a dance club.
Yes,
and they've probably been on a microphone quite a bit in there. And once you get up to those years, you overcome that fear. For me, I think I came out with one. I don't know, but yeah. So not everyone comes with that ability, and I could definitely see that. Yeah, when you get older and all that, it's also the timing. You don't want to do late nights all the time.
No, I'm not gonna lie, dude. When we come out of this pandemic and actually get back to work in the clubs and bars, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be hard for me to readjust my sleep schedule because I get up at 5:30, 6 o'clock every day. So we start going back to clubs on Friday night. Don't get home till 3:30, 4 o'clock. That 6 o'clock is gonna turn into 9 or 10. It's going to be a hard adjustment for me.
Not for me.
This is your life. You stay up till 2, 3 o'clock, get up at 11.
Sleep all day.
I don't sleep all day. Actually, I've been on a weird tear lately. I've been going to bed like 2 3 a.m., getting right back up at like 6:45 in the morning.
Yeah, you get a lot of naps in.
I do kind of get a lot of naps, and not gonna lie, but it's such a weird. I don't know. Like the beginning of this, I was staying up to like 4 in the morning every night just so I could get some decent sleep.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it took a minute in the beginning for sure. I've kind of trained. I'm still not working the day, but I still try to manage to get up before like 8. You know?
Gotcha.
Like, I mean, that's not a huge goal, but like compared to when we're gigging. I was gigging Tuesday through Saturday.
You were gigging Tuesday through Saturdays. So
yeah, so I mean,
and it wasn't just like gigging. You were karaokeing.
yeah,
You were strip clubbing. You were night clubbing. You were day strip clubbing.
Day strip club.
I mean, karaoke. You want a jack of all? It's DJ Sewell right there. That's why everybody loves Sewell, which is still number 2 in the merch store. Just an
It's
FYI.
still number 2, so get that up.
Yeah.
We haven't plugged our guys at all, man. You guys got to hit up that. Get yourself some shirts and things. Also, One Stop DJ Shop every day, you know. But yeah, no, that's true. So to train myself even to get up that early has been somewhat of an accomplishment. I mean,
Only time you see me even get up before 7 is if I'm online trying to get some shoes or something.
Shoes, see? Shoes.
shoes.
Shoes. Saturday, December 12th.
What is
though,
the new
you have
shoe,
to get
man?
up early.
I mean,
It depends how I go online. Come on now. Let's see.
what is the new sneaker? What's the hot thing to get, bro?
Was it
Hot
Jordan 14s? Was it the...
The
what are we up
new,
to?
actually, the hottest Jordans are about to come out right now are the Jordan 11s.
Yeah, I don't even know.
So, I mean, I'm just saying, I think we are in the time right now where, especially cats around my age, slightly old, some of the old heads are kind of getting out of it now, but the younger cats coming in, it's really about shoes right now. Shoes is a really hot commodity.
Shoes have been in the game a long time, though.
It has been, but
For the shoe heads who've been in the shoe game, is like the dudes like myself and Jason Gola who've been in the CV game for a long time.
yeah.
So anyway, we all have our passions. We all have what we collect. We all have what we waste our money on.
Actually, I have a lot of hats, a lot of Chicago Bulls hats.
Oh, dude, I saw your picture of hats. They're all black, man.
All black, red.
Yeah. There's very little variety besides the logo. Like in this picture. I don't know if you saw it.
So he's not like you and the flamboyant and doesn't matter what
No.
color it is, and I'm going to take it.
And I got pink going on in
Yeah, it's like he's like he.
I know. Like half the time, like my shoes, if they're crazy colors, it's because they were in the discount rack, and
That's why he buys them because
Yeah.
they're in the discount rack.
and they work, dude. Because I'm like,
Priorities.
why wouldn't anyone own that? That's amazing, and it costs half as
Well,
much.
but that's how I feel though. Most of my stuff all come out of Ross or Marshall, and all them good stores.
Yeah, I like
But I still have that one time, like those rare times where I'll go in and actually spend $50 to $100 on a hoodie, like just because I wanted that hoodie kind of deal.
What's your shoe rack looking like today?
Nah, it's not looking that great.
Not as good as Jugs
Nope, probably not.
or OG ones.
No.
Oh, those guys are true,
those-
true sneakerheads right there.
At least for the Portland cats that I know that are DJs and shoe heads. Yes,
So yeah, no, it's not. I'm a hat guy more
Gotcha.
than anything.
gotcha.
Black
So-
hats, black
so-
hats.
Hey,
That's it.
but most of my closet's all black shirts, literally.
Black on black on black.
Bro, you can.
I swear.
I mean, I'm gonna get a little racist, but you got darker skin. You can wear more colors, man.
Yeah.
you
I
wear more
know.
colors than I can.
I think it
Because
was
like reds and stuff reflect on my face and make me look red.
But the crazy thing is, it was realistically it started. Realistically, it started when I got more into the club scene. It was just easier to
wear
own
black.
shirts.
I'm not black and grays are my colors. Black, grays, and blues. Anyway, December 12th, Saturday, December 12th, starting at noon o'clock. PDX Takeover. 10 DJs, I think we have here. 10.
Actually, we have 9. We do have an open slot still.
So 9 DJs
9
live
DJs.
right here from the studio. Saturday, starting
We're
at
here
noon.
if we have to fill in.
Yeah.
Like you know.
Yeah, Nate
We'll do it,
Nate
but-
will do it. I can do it. We have that slot taken care of. I want you to find
Yeah,
somebody
find someone, though.
to take that slot, though. That's
Oh,
your
yeah.
job.
Okay, I mean that.
You have one job. You have one phone call to make to A1.
Actually, let's call him while we're in the pod.
No.
Why can't we? No. Why can't we actually? I think
I'm willing to bet OG1 has the best shoe collection in any Portland DJ. That's from Frequency. I would have to 100% agree, but
I'd agree with that one too.
But man, OG's is pretty tight. That's for damn sure. For sure. JV's flying in that day. Well, tune us in when you get a touchdown in Portland. Aren't you are coming to Portland, right, JV, if I remember correctly?
Yeah.
I think she is. So on to the next question here, you guys. I know we're wrapping up. We got about 30 minutes to go. I think it's been a good show. Deli's been a great guest for sure. Thanks for coming out, dude. Well,
I'm
you
glad you
had
showed
to
up,
come out to produce, promote your own show. I mean, come on.
But I got my Jimmy Johns on the way.
You
out,
did.
So.
Have you guys? This is more for Nate because Deli has been around long enough. I mean, come on. Have you ever sold a piece of gear that you wish you hadn't?
Man, I'm trying to think back. I actually haven't sold the pieces of gear I cared the most about. You know what I'm saying?
You're lucky then.
I have my original techniques from my beginning. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there was a piece that I wish I still had. I really did enjoy the Rain 57 mixer. That was a great mixer, but I don't really regret selling it because I'm one of the guys that I do feel you kind of need to have what's going to be supplied to you if it's supplied.
Correct, 100%.
Like if the S9 is probably going to be the most common thing you might run into, you should probably have that somewhere to practice on.
Exactly.
So I don't really regret selling that. I'm trying to think. Man. I mean, yeah, dude. I'm trying to think, but I'm actually kind of patting myself on the back, like, yeah.
So for me,
I kind of sold everything.
For
properly.
Me, it would have to be the 1200 sets that I the 1200 sets, and then if you guys have seen my custom 1200s, that's why I customize them. So I forced myself to never sell another set of 1200s. I had to customize them for me to hold on to them. And then I still don't use them because I got the set of PLXs now, so.
Well, nice. I saw those Denon 3700s out of Eugene or something.
The Doc has those.
The Doc has them. So, I mean, I haven't even sold those.
So I guess I can't say I don't really miss anything because I sell equipment to buy more equipment.
Yeah, that's kind of how I've done it. And, I haven't collected as much as you either. I've always just kind of kept what I need to function with.
God, do I have
for the
equipment.
most part?
Do I have equipment? It's crazy.
Like, yeah, I'll have one. I like to always maintain a fresh, turntable setup, and then have a controller that's going to function for smaller spaces, and that's kind of my ultimate go-to is surfacing. And then speakers. I went with the 10s. Sometimes I regret. I wish I would have went to 12s, but the price point on that worked really well. But they're super portable, and I try to keep my things or to fit in my car.
Compact, fit in the fit.
Fit in the fit, Honda Fit all day long. But
so
I really, and what I sold to get those speakers, I don't regret. They were Gemini subs and some Mackeys. That's fine. They were great, but they made me a lot of money. But
gotcha.
I think I've progressed I'm proud of myself. I've progressed smartly with my gear.
Way too much gear.
Who?
Yeah, y'all.
Clint has a lot of gear. I have a decent amount.
I have.
Okay, I have 2 sets of turntables, 1 mixer, controller, set of speakers, and like the cables and the stuff to go with all that, including in the laptop. Oh, I got my karaoke set up. Damn.
There you go, karaoke, buddy.
Damn it. Yeah.
Karaoke. Here we go.
That thing takes a lot of little crap.
Gotcha.
I mean, all I have is the SRT and a pair of turntables. I feel like that's all I really need. But I've thought about the 12s at one point, but I just wasn't too eager for them.
So I'm not going to go down the list of the gear I have. I've been in this a long time. I have furnished venues with equipment. I've cleaned venues out of equipment. I install equipment for venues. And gear. That's just what I collect. I get stuff that I think that I will function with. Currently, I have too much shit.
It's getting close to liquidation, man.
It's seriously getting close to liquidation. Knock on my door if you need anything.
I mean,
I think I have 3 PLX 1000s currently, 12 MK2s, which I just got. Those are the newest ones. SZ2 controller, SRT 1000, SB3, I think, for Piper set up in her room. My 1200.
Hey, that's one of the latest controllers.
1200 MK2 customs, Rain 72, S9, one on S11. Wife won't let me. All the lighting
Problems.
speakers, K12s, K8s, 4 KW15s, KW12s, 4 181s.
Oh, I forget you have 4 of those.
Shit, the list goes on, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And that's not counting my entire trailer full of stuff from all my SRX days, the analog stuff.
If I ever have to go back to continuing karaoke, I think we should talk about building that small box setup.
I would love to.
That'd be awesome.
I got you, buddy.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I have ideals for days, and I can solder.
Yeah.
JV says, yes, she's flying into Portland on that day, December 12th. Glad to see ya. Hopefully things are good for you here in Portland. We're extreme risk on the COVID lockdown, though. We just got our metrics
Bullshit.
in a color format. We're not going to talk on that, though. What's the most important thing that fans can do to support us during this time?
During this time?
Follow my Mixcloud. That's the one thing because
What's so special about Mixcloud for you?
well, I'm able to
Besides they pay you eventually.
Besides that, it supports the work I'm doing. I do radio shows every Friday on 96.7 The Numbers. So there's that. Subscribe to my OnlyFans, you know.
I don't want to hear about your OnlyFans, but I have thought about setting up an OnlyFans page for the Hit Squad, though.
No, and
so
can we side topic this for a second?
yeah, go ahead.
So I wanted to bring this up the other day on our stream because I thought of this because I watched another podcast one time, and I have the girl on Twitch and I can't remember, but she's actually using the format.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Angie V.
Yeah, Angie V. And
Yeah.
she's selling mixes, shows, like things like that on OnlyFans. It doesn't all have to be porn. Like I actually think the formatting for us and the way the cool thing about it, and okay, I've looked at some of the dirty stuff too, but you can actually name your price on your subscriptions. You can also send something through the messenger that's a separate sell. I mean, the revenue stream you can build off that platform is actually really incredible, and it doesn't all have to be dirty stuff. Like you can use it for all sorts of things.
And why aren't we on this to help build the studio?
Because of the porn connotation of it. That's the whole hard part about it.
Gotcha.
It's known as like the porn place, so it's kind of like
it doesn't have to
this is definitely gonna have to be like an off the air discussion amongst our crew.
We're gonna tread on water for this. Because
Yeah.
I know we're gonna get turned down by at least 2 people in the crew.
Yeah, we have to be careful on it because I personally think it would be a great way to sell certain things, and you can sell whatever on these.
So JV's like, you can make a free page and send paid messages and post on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
She also said she's going to the coast. She's not going to see us in Portland.
Oh, you say hi to D man.
Yeah,
Hey, that's right. Detroit is
But
over.
I heard there's another one though, and we'll have to talk about this one too. And do you guys know about it? Called like Patron or something like that?
Patreon.
Patreon. Yeah,
I know nothing about it.
I think it's a similar thing with a less porn image associated with it.
Gotcha.
Or adult imaging. Although, I mean, it's fortunate and unfortunate. I mean, a lot of things, if we want to admit it or not, technologically wise, came from the porn industry. But, like
Sex sells.
yeah, like the whole reason we can buy stuff online is because of porn, right? Like, I mean, the whole processing of being able to process your credit card through online and security and having that, they did it in the fact that they could put a different name,
On a package.
associated to what you purchased.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean,
That
it
hidden
came out with
package
them.
feature.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think if more people adopted OnlyFans that weren't just strippers and adult content creators, we could probably peel away from that that imaging of it. Although it would kill your joke. I'm sorry. It would make your joke as funny, but you know.
Yeah, at this point, you know what? I'll make an OnlyFans, subscribe to it. Don't worry, nothing dirty, clean. But I got a question about this. Now that we're talking about,
thank you, JV. Appreciate that.
Why don't we have a TikTok account for Hit Squad?
We do.
Did we really?
Yeah.
Why didn't anybody tell me about this?
Because you never asked.
Do you hear this, Tony? Why didn't anybody tell me about this? OMG.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, like, no.
You
Dude, so
you
no,
forgot
seriously.
the triple snap on that button.
Yeah.
There you go.
Anyway,
He even knows how to do that shit. See? This is what a 27-year-old will get you today. TikTok and the fucking 3-snap thing, whatever it is.
Snap, bro.
hey, you know what?
So, but no, dude. I mean, seriously, we are on every major platform, social media that's out there, dude. I have seriously, as being in, I guess, in charge of the Hit Squad. I mean, I don't. There's no really person in charge.
Yeah,
but
I mean, we titled. You got the president, Mark. So
We did
it's
title that. We
it's
did.
so you're the head honcho.
Yeah,
It's
so-
a communication circuit.
There is a
basically.
communication circuit. Yeah, dude. Yes, JV, there's a TikTok. It just didn't go anywhere. Nobody wanted to take the time to invest in it.
Well, we have to make a lot of short form videos for that to actually work.
Yeah, exactly. So,
I mean, it's not hard to really just have that one person taking short videos. I mean, I don't want to do it personally. I'm not that big. I'm not big. on-
trust me. I mean, I have TikTok. Well, the only reason I have TikTok on my phone is because of the Hit Squad account. That's the account that I use to go in and scroll videos, is because of the Hit Squad account. So, but that just brings back to, so people listening, we are on every single platform available that I know of to have accounts under Hit Squad DJs. So,
And that's one of the major ways you can support us. That was your question, right?
Yeah.
On what people should be doing now. So
to support us.
yeah,
So-
please join, follow, subscribe. I mean, all these things when we come out of this, and I'm going to say when with a very hopeful when we come out of this.
Yeah.
That is something that will draw us through, and it's one of the reasons that we keep doing this is so
Correct.
that
We don't get forgotten about.
Yeah, exactly. We don't want to get left behind when the doors open back up. So when you guys go in and subscribe, and you guys, and JV, beautiful, love you. When you receive subscriptions from her, when you come into our room, it's helping a ton of different ways. You'll see the cool decals and everything else that happens on Twitch. And Twitch is a big one. We do actually receive a small amount. It's so small. Like, I mean, pennies to everything, but it is a revenue stream. It's a small revenue stream, and it's helped out tremendously. So if you do want to support us, twitch.tv/Hit Squad DJs, just subscribe. You might have to fill out the form a little bit to get in. It's really not that hard. No. Set up an account like any other social media and add that to your subscriptions.
And follow to get the subscription.
Follow that. And also do that for us on YouTube. Do that on TikTok. Do that on Facebook. Do that on Instagram. This is unfortunately the life we live in, and these are the things we need. Now, if you want to just raw support us, we have Cash App. It's Cash App, Hit Squad DJs. If you'd like to donate, that is completely fine. We are not twisting any arms on that.
So what about Venmo, PayPal?
We have PayPal and Cash App, dude. That's it.
PayPal and Cash App.
How about Venmo?
Venmo, no.
Why not Venmo?
There's a higher fee.
Why not Venmo?
There's more fee on that.
There's more fees.
Really?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Oh, well.
but
To
if-
actually withdraw your money from them, there's more fees. But if you leave it in that account and then Venmo to other people, you don't see the fees. But to withdraw that money to get it in your personal account, it's a higher rate
it's
base.
a transaction fee.
Yeah.
And and then if you want to take something home with you, we have our Spreadshirt account, our Hit Squad merch, and
So JV's dropping knowledge here. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you get a free sub a month as well, guys.
so get on Amazon
Because Twitch
Prime.
is actually owned by Amazon.
Yep.
So if you guys didn't know that, Twitch is owned by Amazon, Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, and that subscription will still help everyone. So
Yeah,
please
exactly.
use your subscription for Hit Squad DJs. And again, check out the merch. I mean, it's just like anything you would imagine: shirts, cups, bags.
Make sure to
all
hit up
those
DJ
things.
Nasty Sewell's OnlyFans page from DJ Frequency.
frequency. I'll get the everyone really loves Sewell.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, in that case, we might as well start putting on the shirts. Your girlfriend's favorite DJ, of course, Deli.
Deli. You got Deli shirts on there? He got Deli shirts on there?
I don't have a no. He didn't never send me his logo.
Yeah.
I thought I did.
No,
You have my logo.
I do. Do I have Deli shirts? I think I do.
I thought
think
you
there
do.
might-
Yeah, I think you.
I think I did put them up
I
there.
think there is
You
a
did- you
Deli
did put
shirt.
there is a Deli shirt,
Yeah.
but it doesn't have the Subway on it. So
No, it just
or
says
it doesn't
DJ
have a
Deli.
sandwich under it. You should incorporate a sandwich into your logo somehow. You know, I mean, come on.
The only reason mine's sold is it has a heart on it. Like really,
the heart.
the heart. Like
I'm telling you, I'm just your girlfriend's favorite DJ serving up cold cuts. I
JV, yes, Detroit is still leading the board by one.
by one right now.
By one.
we're gonna change that real quick by the time Christmas hits.
Real quick. He's going to go real quick.
Because I'm telling you, all the ladies love Deli. I mean, that's just
You got to get your Photoshop on and get yourself a design up, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I need to do all that. I mean, I'm just saying.
You want to sell some shirts and mugs, don't you?
I would have to start hitting the gym again. Get rid of this. Dad bod I got going on under here and all that.
Dad
weight.
bod over here?
Dude,
You need to eat some fucking cheeseburgers, kid.
yeah, bro.
What you mean?
What you
Nothing.
mean?
I'm getting like a turkey neck going on from this.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you know what? Yo, then those French toast, eggs, bacon,
Damn, bro.
hash browns for breakfast for about a week or 2 weeks straight. Yeah, they'll do a number to you.
Gotcha. So how would you guys just define success as a DJ to the general public?
Right now or before?
Just in general.
I that can be kind of a personal, not like that personal, but depending on what your goals were is also what your success could be. I think in a greater imaging, people that are more widely known, if your goal is fame and you can find that lane, there's a whole different route about that, and it's nothing to do with DJing really. It's going to be social media, networking. It's going to be that, and hopefully you have a product and an ability to get to that level if that's something you have a goal in. I personally wanted to make a living. And
You were doing really well at it before
Yeah.
this damn COVID shit.
well, and that's what I'm getting to. Like, I feel that in the amount of time, this is my second career, in my opinion. I did radio, and then I reinvented myself, and I did this. And within the 10 years, I've accomplished 3 different states. I feel set amongst, at least on pay priority and the amount of gigs and everything else in the market. I never had the goal for followings and fame.
Gotcha.
But my living and the accomplishment I've made financially and it supporting my life, I would say I'm fine with the success in the amount of years I've done this. You
Gotcha.
know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a level for you. I would say I would consider myself in a category of a local market bar banger, or within whatever market I've lived in.
Gotcha.
And if that is your lane, I think that's a healthy way to look at it. If you are supporting yourself, and I've been able to do it 100% for like at least 10 years. And that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy to me.
But I agree with you, though, Nate, on the success is determined by the goals you set out. Can you meet the goals? So that would be a success if you meet the goals. If you don't make those goals, you're a failure or a flop. I don't know. It depends on how you look at not making your goals.
Yeah, I mean, if your goal is just to play out one time in one place, then that's your success.
Yeah.
If your goal is to learn 4 different sounds that you can make scratching, then that's a success for you. And I think that's kind of the beauty of DJing in general. It may or may not always be financially fiscal for the rest of the world and for all time and being, but the craft can always be there, and you can set up, you can be success as that. But if you're going to base it on an actual career and accomplishments, I think you need to look at how much you've supported yourself, and there does have to be kind of some financial numbers a little bit to value that success.
you got to have money to succeed.
Yeah.
So hands down.
But I don't know. What do you so far, Deli? You have a very youthful career so far. I started later, so mine isn't really that long in comparison to my age. But what would you say your accomplishments so far within your career has been?
Holy cow! Yeah. Let's see. So, I mean, if we're talking, the club game is what really kind of took everything off. Started in the clubs when I was 22, 26 now.
And that was because of?
Actually, good point. This is crazy how it led up to everything. This was actually because of A-Train. So shout out to DJ A-Train.
Yeah,
So I got connected with him. One day, and him and I we had this really long conversation just back and forth. He's just giving me all this advice and all that. So he actually had me come and shadow him at Shake years ago. I was like, oh wow, I'm down. So I had shadowed him for actually realistically one day out of the weekend.
Shake's been open for I believe 6 years.
I think it was 6, yeah,
Something like that.
5 or 6.
I think it's been 6.
So
Anyway.
So A-Train realistically kind of got my foot in the door. What started with it was actually he put me in a group chat with Jared, as we all saw. He's on Facebook. We started a group chat. He actually got my foot in to play on his Tuesday nights at Shake. So that's what started everything, and that led up to me meeting Problem Solver. And for all those who don't know, Problem Solver was my mentor and pretty much got my foot in everywhere else. And then that kind of just built up upon that, and here we are now.
Gotcha.
I could honestly say I played almost every venue in Chinatown besides Dixie's and Hobos, and yeah.
So to the original question on how would we tell someone that they've judged as success, what would you say is your goals?
I mean, I was gonna get there too.
Okay, sorry.
You kind of cut me off.
Let
me talk. Let me talk. No. I say personally. I mean, financially, that's definitely a goal. You want to be able to upsell yourself. So imagine what you started off asking when you first started DJing to what you're asking now. That's probably a big goal you should have, especially. And you want to be able to do that with the skills that you have now. The skills that you didn't have before, you build up those skills now. And realistically, just another goal is really, and another success is really getting your foot into any venue that you can get into, no matter what. And just leaving your footprint there. That's definitely a success trait. I mean, in my opinion.
Gotcha.
I mean, it was beautiful listening to you, but you still didn't answer what I was curious about. So,
what
I'm curious. Did you have a goal? What did you see yourself doing when you started this? Were you thinking
when I started,
I want to get into every venue in my market? Were you thinking, I want to DJ in Vegas at some point? I want to DJ what?
I mean,
what is
your
level
end goal?
of success?
My end goal right now
that you want to hit, and have you hit it? That's kind of my.
I mean, I haven't really hit it.
27 years old. This is what you get.
Yeah.
Undecisive. Can't answer a straight question.
Okay,
unless it's on Facebook.
Hey.
Or TikTok for him.
Well, I don't even watch TikTok. I just get notifications all the time. Anyways. But here's the thing about that is I think one of my biggest goals is to be able to travel and play in other states. It would have started actually in Seattle back in July if it wasn't for this. Because I was actually booked to play at Q Nightclub on Saturday night, which, I mean, come on now. If we all follow Q Nightclub and the Hot Sauce Saturdays and the lineups they have, some of the amazing talents they brought through, not only just local acts, but also bigger acts like Jet Spinoza, Four Color Zach.
Four Colors from Seattle, so he knows all those guys.
Well, you know what? Yes. I know.
Burn. No, anyway. So, Seattle. I mean, we know quite a few dudes in Seattle. At least I do. It's a phone call.
Yeah. Well,
you know what I'm saying?
We know that, but
Q Nightclub was huge for Seattle. I don't think they're going to make it out of the other side of this, though. That's just my opinion about Q and nightclub in Seattle. We can ask Seattle dudes when they come in here. Frequencies like A-Train is the dude. A-Train hooked up a lot of DJs in Portland, in the Portland scene.
Myself included.
He's a rock solid dude. Phenomenal DJ. He moved on to video producing. It's funny how DJs move on to video producing.
No, I'm on the edge of it.
I mean, come on. I mean, so like two people from Portland, for example, John Shaw and A-Train. Phenomenal video producing. They got their own video production companies now. I don't know if A-Train has his own production company now, but I know John Shaw does.
He just got a contract with some big 4x4 company.
Yeah, you know, so it's just, is it one of those self-driven niche markets that video producing is you're self-driven, that you want to do this because you're a DJ and this is what we know, we're self-promoted. It's just, I don't know, it's really hard to say. So
there's a lot of level on the technicality side that is very similar to a lot of the programs that we use as well, though. Like, as far as the video editing program, the linear structure of it is it's audio.
It is audio, but does it break down just the way like our brains are programmed to work with DJ stuff and DJ gears and songs and stuff? It just flows into production of video editings and overlays and cuts?
Yeah, it does quite a bit.
Is it still based on a 4.4 platform?
I mean, technically on commercial editing and the skills and the courses I've taken and read is you are basing your edits on the beats.
Gotcha,
and
yeah.
on the counts. And if you watch any videos that are driven by the bed underneath it, which is the music underneath, pay attention next time when you're watching. Not
I know, yeah,
but like
yeah.
other people, and you'll see that the cuts, which like when it jumps to another camera or jumps to another angle, are done on a 1, 2, 3, 4 count. Typically.
It's usually on a hi-hat or a deep bass cut.
So I think I think that gives you a little bit of an advantage, honestly, going into like commercial production.
Gotcha.
From a DJ, from like transforming from a DJ to that. And even you and I going into this watched a lot of videos, and it was always crazy what, to us anyways, that these people would have to mention that how important the sound design is.
That's like the number one thing most people forget about is sound quality.
Yeah,
and we're sitting at each other looking at like,
all these
that's
people,
like the number one thing that people have to get right is sound quality, for God's sakes, you know?
You can spend hours on YouTube, and most people that are going to give you advice on video production or editing or any of that, they're number one. They're going to have this whole video.
Sound. Get the sound right.
That over 50% of your video is sound.
Gotcha.
And to guys like us, that's all we've dealt with. So.
We're like, sound is number one, video production is number two, lighting is number three. It just, that's how we prioritized it. You know what I'm saying?
So,
but,
I mean, the production, I've put a few of my small practice edits up.
They're good.
Like, they're decent, but like, there's more sound design on a minute clip I make than probably anyone else getting into it.
Yeah, but you're level, like 5-6 sound samples deep for a little tiny
to make a splash.
Yeah, exactly. Good. So,
but I mean, that's
gotcha.
That's what it is, and I think that mentality comes from this more so than the average viewer of a video is focusing, and that's an ironic word. On the image quality.
What resolution did you focus on?
And the resolution over what's underneath and driving the entire story of that production. So,
once again, Saturday, December 12th, noon, 12 p.m., noon. DJ FJ kicks off PDX Twitch Takeover live from the Hit Squad studio here. So I think it's going to be, like I said, it's different than any other Twitch stream, multi-video, blah, 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 blah. It's all live, one location. Guys in and out all day long. That's just my opinion. Don't forget to grab the merch. One Stop DJ Shop, Jason Goley. Phenomenal supporter of us. If you're a DJ, he's a must-go-to guy. He gets stuff in and out of his shop daily. He ships stuff daily. He's in Modesto, California.
Where's that?
Due east of San Francisco. I don't know, about an hour drive. It's in the middle.
Oh, yeah. By the way, shout out to Jason Goley for the
sticker
lock vinyls I got.
Nice, see?
So.
Exactly. He will compete with anybody's prices, 100%. Tell him I sent you there. So no. God, yeah. So we'll be back next Tuesday night. I know DJ Frequency will be with us. I think who else will be here? Damn it. Cryptic will be here. I believe I've talked to him. So yeah, we got 3 hours of music next Tuesday night. Thanks for joining us tonight. We got about, I don't know, I'm going to kill this show pretty shortly here. So I'm going to bounce out, get the other computer ready. Let these guys take over. Thanks again for joining us, and see you next Tuesday.
Yeah, see you guys then. I hope the show has been informative and educational and yet entertaining at the same time. Now, remember, when you drive home tonight, buckle your seatbelt.
Gosh. All right.
Brush your seatbelt, buckle your teeth, man. So, did you know we shared that whole, we got A-Train's the one that got me into the whole CC Slaughters. He handed that one to me.
So I remember you telling me that. Actually, A-Train was the one who told me about Problem Solver, which so he made sure to connect with him and all that. And next thing you know, I remember just one day just going up to Problem Solver and hey, can I use your 62?
How's your cloud, bro?
How's my cloud?
Can you even cloud?
I don't think I'm allowed to anymore. Just say.
Anyways, we appreciate you guys. Clint's out at the controls. Much love to everyone listening in. We look forward to our next Tuesday, and we definitely look forward to you pulling this off, Deli, this Twitch takeover. Again, Hit Squad DJs, fold below on your laptop. Go to the second fold if you're on Twitch tonight. Thumb through the merch, man. It's Christmas is coming up. Stocking stuffers. You could use a deli mug, a DJ deli mug, right?
You could, because serving up cold cuts in the morning is shit. Just saying,
it is.
But
it's amazing.
Yeah, I'm more on this PDF.
There's your boy, Problem Solver, giving you the fingers, man.
Zach.
Peace out, man. Thank you guys so much.
That was fun.
It was a good time.